modification. So what modification we can do is we'll open the Visual Studio Code here, and we'll open the www parent folder in Apache Cordova, and we'll go to the index.html. I will just minimize this, and here what I'll do is I'll just remove few line of comments that is we don't need that actually right now. So here I'll also remove this code. As you can see, this is the minimum code that we have, and apart from that, okay, so I will remove this div as well. So this div, okay. So what we can modify here is we'll remove this entire thing here. Okay, fine. So here we'll add one div. Div, and in div I'll just give one ID equal to man, and we'll add one more div. Inside div I'll just give here ID equal to man title, and I'll just copy and then paste 3 times, and I'll just give name of this one is man status, and I'll just give name of this one as man info. Then what we can do is we will create a new button here. So I'll just add new div, and inside div I'll just create one button, and button name I'll just give ping MobileFirst server. Ping MobileFirst server. The ID of this button will be ping button. ID ping button, and the ID of this div I'll just give here button content. So we are good to go here, and initially the style, if I will add here with this button, I'll just give style display none. Okay, style display none. Fine. So this will be our HTML code, and we'll move back, and we'll go to the JavaScript file here. So in the JavaScript file, we will remove everything basically. Okay, just remove everything. So what we can do is there are multiple way of doing writing code along with MobileFirst. So first thing what I'll do is I'll just write here function WL common unit, common unit. So this is the first method that will call in MobileFirst server. If you have to initialize anything, you have to write inside this. I'll just initialize application here. I'll just write app dot init. So it's app dot it's wrongly app dot init. Okay. So now we'll create application object, app object here at the down, so that app can run. So I'll just write here let app equal to here So what we can do is we'll initialize the application. So we have init function, and function init, and so we have button element, right? So we will create a button element here, var let button element equal to document dot get element by id, and the id of button is thing button. Fine. So next thing what we can do is we will add a once application will be initialized, then we'll display that button. So in HTML we have given here display none. So once application will initialize, then we'll display it. So what I'll do is button element dot style dot, I'll just use display in block. Okay. So next thing what we can do is I'll just add button dot element dot. We'll add one in event listener in this button. So button element dot add event listener, and here we'll give click event listener, and then on click it will call app dot test server connection. Test server connection. Okay, that's it. Now what we can do is we will create your test. We will add a functionality in this app test server connection. So what we can do is here we'll write here here the down will write test test server connection function test server connection, and so we have 3 header, and so we'll take all the 3 headers first. Let title text equal to document dot get element by id, and take your main title, right? We have id as main title, and we'll just copy this and I'll just use here main title. I'll just use status text, and id of this one main status, and one more we'll add here where this will be the info text, and id is main info. Okay, and then what we can do is we'll append inner HTML to this 3 field. Okay, so first field is title text. I'll just use title text equal to title text dot inner HTML. So we'll use inner HTML to append text. So I'll just use here hello MobileFirst, and in status text we'll use here connecting to the server. And status text dot inner equal to into server. Okay, and the third is info. So we'll use info text dot inner HTML equal to, I'll just give blank initially. Okay, and then we'll get the URL where it's going to hit. Okay, so that URL will be from the server using MobileFirst API, and then we'll append here. So initially I'll keep it blank. So next what we can do is we'll take that, and the API is WL dot app dot get server URL. Okay, WL dot get server URL, and we'll take here function URL, and we'll in info text again we'll append here inner HTML equal to whatever URL we'll get here, we'll append here. Okay, so that is all fine. Next thing what we can do is now we'll connect to the MobileFirst server. So before connecting the MobileFirst server, we have to take the access token from the server. So for that, we will use here another MobileFirst API. First API you have seen here. First API as you have seen here, wl.app.get server URL. So it will get the server URL from the connection. Okay, so next thing is we will get the access token. Once we will get the access token, it means we are able to connect the MobileFirst server. Then we will get so we'll change our two text here, the title text and status text. Okay, and if not, then we'll show the error. So what we can do is how to get access token using authorization manager. So for that we'll use here WL authorization manager authorization manager WL authorization manager dot obtain access token. Okay, once we will get here, then dot then. So in dot then we can check here if we will get access token function. If we get here if we'll get the access token, then we'll write here our code. If not, then we'll give the error. So we'll come back again here. If not, then okay, function error, and then here we can just give these two text. Will display here as well, and these two text will display here as well. Okay, so I'll just change here MobileFirst yeah, and we'll connect it to the MobileFirst server. Connected to the MobileFirst server. Okay, and here if it will failure, then we can just change it here to bummer. You can just give bummer failed to connect. Failed to WordPress server. Okay, so I think we are good to go now. So what we can do is we will run this code. Fine. So now after connecting this, so what we can do is we have modified the MobileFirst application, but till now we have not added MobileFirst SDK in our application. So first thing we need to add MobileFirst SDK in our application. To do that, I'll just clear the terminal. Then we need to add MobileFirst SDK here. So how I'll do MobileFirst SDK we can add as a Cordova plugin. So for that we'll use Cordova plugin add Cordova test plugin dash MFP. So using this we'll add Cordova plugin or Cordova SDK in our application. Plugin has been added or MobileFirst SDK has been added. So now what we can do is we can just use Cordova prepare. So Cordova prepare will distribute all the changes to the given platform or in iOS. So now what we can do is we can just open this again in Xcode. So here in Xcode it's already added. So what we can do is here I have the existing iPhone 13 Pro simulator. I'll just stop this application and I will rerun this application. Okay, so before running this application, we'll come back to our source code here. So this is our source code. If you go back to the config.xml, inside config.xml, you will notice here at the down, we have here server information, right? If you can see that we have server information where the application will going to register. So we need to register this application. So where we have to register in the given IP. Okay, so here I'll just clear the screen. So before where we are registering our application, so we need to check the server. So I'll just check here MFP dev server info. So you will see here MFP dev server info. So I have three server added, and all three servers are basically pointing to the same place. Okay, so here this is my actual IP address of my system, and the server name I have added here local 2. So I'll just tell you later on how to add a server. Right now you can deploy also on local. Okay, so if you want to add new server, what you can do is you can just write here MFP dev server add, and they will ask you to give the server. I'll just give your local 3. Okay, and enter, give the server URL. Just give this URL as a server URL, whatever your IP is here, colon 9080, press enter, and then give the login ID. Admin, I'll just press enter, then write here admin as a password, enter, save administrator password, give yes, no, that doesn't matter, and press enter, and enter context MFP admin, press yes. Okay, so the timeout 30 seconds is okay. Make it default, you can write yes, no, anything, and you are good to go. You can add a new server. So I'll not add because already I have added. I'll just press, I'll cancel this. Okay, so I will deploy, I will register our application on local 2. So I'll just clear the screen again. I will register our application. So here before registering, you can see that our MobileFirst server is totally blank. We do not have any application as of now. So what we'll do is we will come back to our terminal. I'll register our application MFP dev app register. Okay, register where? In local 2, because local 2 is my server where I want to use. And you will also notice that this server will URL will also be modified according to our local 2 server, whatever I have added here. So you can notice here server also have changed according to this. And once you come back to MobileFirst server, just refresh it. MobileFirst server console, you can notice that ping MFP ping application came here, right? So next thing what we'll do is application here we have to do Apache, Cordova prepare. So all the modification will again distribute to our all the platforms. So right now it's only iOS, so the changes will deploy to the platform as well. So now I will just open this here. Xcode, in Xcode also code has been already modified, and here is iPhone Pro 13 Pro simulator. So what we can do is I'll just run this application here. I will rerun the application, and let's see what. Okay, so as you can see that application is up and running now. And so hello MobileFirst, here you have a button, ping MobileFirst server. And I will just click on this button, and you can see that it's yes, yeah, connected to MobileFirst server, and it's connected to this. So this is the first application that you can see that application is connecting to the MobileFirst server. Okay. So in the next session, we'll create another application on resource request. How you can do a resource request. Basically, resource request is nothing but you are calling to the MobileFirst adapter for a particular resource. Okay, and from the adapter, again, you are invoking to the database or server, another server or anywhere else, right? So if basically you write invoke HTTP, you have to do. So we'll check that how you can call for resource request. So this is the application that right now we have created for ping MobileFirst server. Okay.